going to talk about this village, our Karen, or we call in our language is Ngak Nyau. Ngak Nyau is how we live, the way how we live, and about this village, how many, about village background. I will introduce and present a little bit about that. Then in the important how we related to each other and to the world. Of course, that's why I brought this paper to show, especially people from the West, to know and how history we related. This is Ban Nong Tao. Karen or Ngak Nyau, we live in Thailand about almost 1 million people, and over in the north to east, especially in the border, and where we live is in the forest especially. Why? Because of our living, our culture is close to save the nature, and the team of Karen say that use water, take care of the water, use the land, take care of the land, use the thing that living, we have to take care of the thing that living. That is, my father already told you about 37 spirit. 5 living with human being, and other 32 is living with living thing, animal, for example bird, earthworm, fish, and a big animal like elephant. Altogether 32. When you have the spirit is gone, that means your life is failed. That is the one important about our culture. Second is every birth, every baby was born, we have to collect the umbilical cord. And you know that when the baby is born, we have to collect and put in the bamboo, and then you tie it with the tree, any tree in the forest, and then that tree becomes your tree. You have to take care, you have to save that tree. Nobody can cut it. That is our current living culture. But one day, as you know, in almost 100 years ago, Timber Majesty from England, this is the paper, certified my grandpa.
Okay.
To work with them, to work with the timber company. And in this is 1908.
1908.
Yes. I don't know how long it's already. Yes. Certify my grandpa to work with them. And this paper certified that he can go anywhere in Thailand without passport, without identity permission. Yeah. Just he have it. Because my grandpa he has 11, so that he can took the lock in the timber to company to Bangkok. The logs were cut from the forest and into the river, mapping river until the sea, then shipped into England, Europe. This is any wood is the tree is good one, big one. The company can come and cut it because agreement between government and company. They can cut even the tree that belong to people here also cut it by that company. We can against because they are powerful. In that time, people here is even they don't know how to speaking out. And this paper, you can. My father, one of the leader, and which among all of indigenous leader gathering together to call together to march from Chiang Mai to Lamphun. They say that if the government don't listen, they will march until to Bangkok. And 20 years ago. And then they come back. They say that they set up certain the village in a new approach and a new adjust. This is Nong Tao. Now we live here. We live. This is small. About Nong Tao, this is about 115 households, and we have the area that our community together management. This is about 8,000 rice. About acre is 1 acre is about 3.2 rice. This is 8,000 rice. Is calculate. Please calculate by yourself. Then we divided. This is the color. The pink color is and yellow. This is paddy field. The pink color is gardening. Gardening is not gardening. Gardening. Like farming, small scale farming. And the green one is rotational farming, shifting farming in the culture. With our culture, this green one, and this is brown one. This is used area of because this area we can cut a tree, can be used for the making house, for the firewood, for the use for necessary use in house.
The commons.
Common. Yeah.
Can be used by everybody?
In this village?
Yeah.
Yes.
This village?
Yes.
Okay. I think it's the commons.
It is. They're commoners. They have a commoner's right. They live in the village to use that land.
Okay. Yes. Thank you. And this is conservation, preservation area. When nobody can go and cut it, we can see. We can go there to collect some herb and collect something that we need, but no cut, no using for farming, just for conservation.
Who manages that land? Does anybody manage the forest?
Community agreement.
Community agreement. Okay.
Yes, but we need many time to talk.
And who made the map? How did the map get made?
This at first I am writing by scaling and by using the. Do you know this style of map?
Ah, okay.
You can buy and go and buy,
Okay.
and then to understand.
So
You can.
made the map?
This is color.
Yeah, we did it.
We did it. And then I go to the shop to make this color by white new
Ah, okay.
for us. Then this is fabric. Fabric.
Oh, fabric you glued on.
No, fire break.
Fire break. We
Firebrick.
just made it in few days ago.
Mm.
So we all go to the fire break and sweep the leaves away to protect our forest from the other side of the village. And also when the fire happened here, it cannot go to other village. So we take responsibility in our
How is it coordinated? Do you have a village? Do you have a village meeting to plan it, or how do you know where to put the break and when everybody comes? How do you organize it?
Oh, this is a boundary of our village. So the other village also have to start from here.
So they come at the same time and they also do stuff.
Not so.
His question was, how do you coordinate the activities? Is there a meeting, a council?
A meeting.
Who decides?
Of course, the first some leader have to be a part of that and then to start to raise this issue, and then people in the village, every household have to come to discuss about this. This is the time to manage by our responsibility for us, for human being, for animal, and for everyone in the world. This can be
And men and women both plan it, or is it men, or is everybody?
but
Everybody.
everybody come.
Every household has to send their one each family supposed to go participate.
Yes, this is start almost 20 years ago. Then now I think if we have time, we can go to see inside how different between use area and preservation area. This is the color. This is the road that you are coming. And this is ceremony area to
Tree ordination. We put the monk rope to tie it with the tree, and then it becomes the symbolic of the forest, like the place that people are doing ceremony.
So who does that? Anybody, or the shaman, or?
We organize the leader, the elder, young boys and girls, or the housewife. We have a community, and every 3 years we perform the ceremony to thankful to the nature, to the unseen, the spirit, whatever, to ask for them to protect the people, the land, the sentient beings.
So do you ask them some questions and they give you answers, or you just do a ceremony?
also this community agreement. It's not one. This is not one doing, but we doing by people. This ceremony can be used, can be okay for this community, and then agreement and anytime participating. That's very important.
Okay.
This we do worship every 3 years. It's not just the local ceremony, but also with Catholic, with monk, with Buddhist religions, and with local culture, and do together. That is one of the methods that's showing.
So you bring in the other peoples and other religions, and they will take place in the ceremony. They all come.
Because in this village, there are Buddhist, Catholic, Protestant, and only one traditional remain. Only one. We call Oche.
Okay.
Oche means dialogue.
Dialogue.
So if every the member of the family supposed to come when they decide to perform Oche ceremony. So every year the family have to come back and to do Oche together. We will talk about that later. It's very detailed.
And this is the name of in the Fakyon name of the mountain. Yeah, we have many mountains. The name is belong to our village. This Fakyon language. Also write it down. Every mountain, what is name? Altogether, almost 50 mountain, 50 name.
So what are the names like? Are they how it looks, or the person that owned it, or what do the names mean?
Yes, some name is coming because of the how it look like. Some name because of somebody go there and do something, and become the name.
That's very interesting to me if you have names like that.
Yes.
Really interesting.
Like if Mark go there and falling down, the mountain will be called Mark Fallen Mountain, like that.
Okay.
and some places like the big animal go there make a pond, make something that different, they look very different, and then people becoming to call that mountain.
So do the names change over time, or are they fixed?
Fixed.
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 And here there is 1,100 above sea level here. And on the highest one is 1,700.
This is the name of the stream. All stream in this village. How is name? Also the name is becoming how it's different way, like how it look like, how some animal is especially living there.
Pasuko na le majalo ne
Pasuko
Pasuko.
ก็น่ามี
Like Pasuko, Glo is the stream, and Pasuko is the name of a buffalo. So a buffalo loved to be there, and often it lived there. So people recognize that stream as Pasuko Glo.
This is ประเภทเนี่ยมันเป็นอะไรอย่าง
The main kinds of its
forest.
It's forest. Like the pink is the replant pine tree. After the opium time stopped, the government took pine tree and put it here. And the blue one is the chestnut tree. And the yellow one is the national pine tree. So it's different from here. And the blue is the pine tree and other trees.
Mixed forest.
Mixed, yes.
forest.
And this one is the streams. So here is many times the worst thing happened here about fire. When the fire came from this side or this side, it's very difficult to stop it because the pine tree's leaf is very easy to get burned and very easy to go very fast. So this kind of place is more harmony with the fire. It can accept the fire, but it doesn't make any worse because the fire is very useful because when it goes to the many trees, like very diverse, each tree can make it balanced, and it can create the grass in the rainy season for the animals. But here, nothing. When elders took the cows, buffalo to the forest, they learn it naturally. Oh, this kind of tree they can pick it up. This for gum tree. This for herbs. When they get hurt, they feel not good.
We also learn from elder, generation by generation. It's important. We can go and notice automatically without asking elder, because before becoming knowledge, local wisdom knowledge to know about the forest is already long time ago. I don't know when, but we easily to ask elder, what is kind of tree, how can we use, and how it look like. They can easily explain and talk about that.
So you went with them and asked them, and what's this and how do we use it? And then they tell you. And you go in your families or as a group, or how does it?
Any in the village, any elder
When
man.
they're going, you just
Yes.
go along.
Yeah, like when we're going for fire break, when we interest in any tree, we just ask them, and sometimes we get some fruit. We ask them what is kind of fruit, and many times like when we go to see our buffalo, because in rainy season we left it in the forest because we have to do our farming. So we went with the elders. and
The
tell us.
important thing, I think, why we know, because of use of living, the basic of living, we have to use that. We have to use this. We have to go and get that. But if one day we just study in the school and no need to use anymore, this view, our generation can be lost.
You lose it.
You lose it easily.
Whatever are there, we use that seed to put it there. We don't need to take from England and plant it. It's not my case, but the chief minister of forestry, the third 1, 2, 3 are foreigner. They are not Thai. They were not Thai. So they brought the idea from West. Peter come. So that's why it happened here. It's not our wisdom at all.
This is not a local variety of pine here. They already have they have many branches, leaves, and also is unuseful for building the house or
It's not
doing
good.
some. Yes,
Mm.
yes, not
We
not
have
good.
two kinds of pine tree traditionally.
Mm.
One is black pine, another one is yellow pine tree. But this one is a little strange.
So
Mm.
you would plant yellow pine or black pine if you.
Oh
could
no
choose.
no. Maybe we can plant chestnut or mangoes
Okay.
that the birds can eat, human can eat. For this we cannot eat, even use it.
The important for being with the nature, don't disrupt so much. The important we protect the fire from every fire can be happen in this area. Just we put and don't make a fire. The already automatically the seed, local variety of seed and tree and or can be germinate and automatically sprout.
So
automatically.
see, fire is not our enemy. Fire can be very useful in very long years ago. But today, this time, the government advertised it, don't burn anything. So when we change the way of protecting our forest, like 10 years, there is no fire. But then after 10 years, there's one fire happen, everything gone because it's too much leaves this big. So in long time, we let the fire come into our place to visit us like friends, because after that we know that many plants will grow up, many grass will grow up for our animals, for our children to go to the forest and pick the fruit.
I heard in a TV. I heard in Australia now the dangerous fire now is burning in Australia forest. I think that's also Thai. One is Thai government is brought the knowledge how to manage the area, how to manage the forest from the Western. But one day also Western have to be very important to know locally wisdom. The otherwise they can be harmful.
Now you know lots of forestry words in English. You know sprout, leaf, log.
Because a lot of white brother came here a lot, like my brother from America. So we learn from you. We learn from our brother and sister. And also you learn from us too.
Yeah.
There's not like in school, so the only
We learn from
teacher
each other.
supposed to teach, and our children very suffer. In the morning you can see they are very fun, very full of joyful, but then the evening they came back home with sadness like zombie.
Mm.
See what's wrong in there?
Education system.
This is what the line is. I bought from shop. This map.
Yeah.
You can see nothing, but inside. After we know our local wisdom, we can draw
okay to
and we
eat?
can color, paint everything. Many things still in many detail inside. We have to look and see and go back to our elder to ask, to learn from every man who live in here.
So now you've got some writing and you've got some paper documents, but where do the elders have that knowledge? Did they write it down or
Remember,
just remember?
Very strong.
very strong.
Maybe 100 of folk story in their mind, their head all the time. So easily to tell us about the stories.
So when do you tell the stories?
When?
When?
Traditionally after harvesting or harvesting time or in the
evening.
the evening after bed. So we could never finish only one story
You
because
can see one book that there's only one
story.
human, one elder can remember that book, but more than that.
Okay. So you know lots of stories, yes?
some.
Some.
Because we have been cutting off our root, our knowledge when we are being in school.
And do you sing as well? Do you sing songs, poems?
We can do it. Not really good, but it's good enough for other
us.
brothers.
This is a beginning of this background. Now we facing new challenge, a lot of new challenge. Easily to be peace if we come back and to have a time to keep a time with our local, our nature, our wisdom, to be peace. But now many things is coming to take it our peace from us, by school, by medias, by everything that they call development. They call development. We need nice car, we need material use, we need big house. We never enough in the new idea. That is, you can't be peace anymore if you live in that style. In the nature, we cannot enough for us because everything you can change into money. But if you live in this style, in our local, looking everything, they have living their life. You see the life inside, and if you destroy, it's not for local wisdom. That is our current. Just why it's related. It is important. I think the world have to be more concerned about this.
So is this something you want to share with the world?
I was telling him once, and it seems like he loved it. Like he mentioned earlier, Otzie ke Otzie, Oko ke Oko, Ti mu de Kocho means use the water or drink the water. We should take care of the water. Take care of the water means what? The ocean, maybe the river, maybe the forestry, maybe take care of the land. The land is not only soil, right? There's rock there, soil, air, also all central beings. But today, it seems like each individual has very strong security by their own creation or their own gaining. Like you can have 10 pieces of warm clothes, 10 pair of shoes, so you don't need to ask for someone else, you just take care of yourself. But for me, when I'm feeling cold, I make a fire and talk to my brothers, and I forget about warm clothes. I don't need to go to the room, square room, and fulfill my to get rid my cold. So that means my security in yours, your security in me. So we don't need to buy too much stuff to satisfy our wanting, whatever. So that I think the elder was telling us many times, but how many times that we can hear from our heart, not from ears.
The another one of the team of Karen said that the most delicious is rice. Rice, that food can feeding everyone, every animal. The rice can be our living, our life, generation to generation. And the good, the beautiful, the most beautiful one is the mankind, the human being. That we have to see human being more beautiful, the most beautiful human being. And the most good smell was children, kid. That is the most beautiful, and the most good smell was kid and children. You can see how important of children. And the most coldest one is water. We have to see how important of water. That is the team, some team that elder is try to tell us. That is okay.
So when you have the young people, like yourselves, not the elders, and now they want a motorbike and a car and phone and things like this, what do you do to keep the old ways, the traditional ways, those people?
Actually, we don't want to tell that the old way is your way. The old way is good, the goodest in the world. What we want them to understand is how to walk two legs, how to know what English is, England is, America is, and how to know what pine tree is. So today I think it's very hard to prevent our culture without accept globalization. So if they want motorbike, they have to have it and explain on that what is good, what is bad in having things. But we try to keep. But maybe we can start with our children, our nephew, our family first, because it's very difficult to tell the others.
That we looking a chance to tell and to talk about this always, even difficult and becoming more difficult.
What do the others think? 'Cause you think that you see that you need two legs to walk. What do the other people think in the village?
Actually, it's not the other things, but the mainstream think instead of them ability. Because when they watch the television, oh, good, nice car is good. So they start thinking to make money to get it. And school is let's say school is the globalization arms to create, to take over whatever they can. So they start to put everything in our head and take everything. They destroy our love, let's say, and they put something else instead. And about sending the children to school, the parents today very suffer. Many times the children comes out with drug thing, even die in the city. So they suffer. They have no choice because they don't have chance to see what the two legs are. They only see one side sometimes.
So you would change? Would you change the schools if you could?
Yes.
How would you
Yes.
change it?
I will change from maybe from my hand, my feet, first with my brother or whoever. We have the same idea.
Because education is always educate people to be lost. They are locally proud. You have to be proud. The teacher always asking you, you have to be proud. You will be proud if you can be a soldier, if you can be a company man working in employment. You can be, if you can get money.
Right.
That is always you lose the proud of locally. If the school change idea and looking and seek into the local, and that I think that can be our hope.
I think any university, any monastic school, any school kind of schooling can be choice for us based on drink water, save water, use the land, take care of the Mother Earth. It can be any school can be a good place for our children. Our elder tell us that you never able to be wiser by treating by your parents. You have to experience by your own. What does that mean?
Who are the teachers here? Are there local people that are teachers, or are the teachers coming
Few of
from
them are local people, but
Yeah.
many of them are from the other place.
from, and they have education from the state?
Mhm.
The state. So, what do you think the local teachers? What do they mean? What do they feel? Would they like to go back to what you're talking about?
The local teacher also educate by that system. After they come back,
And they have to follow that.
yes,
Nothing different.
But do you know what they feel about it? How do they look about it?
They feel that they have to make money to because they got debt after 4 years study, so they worry too much about their debt. So they have to start from that point, but maybe longer if they have a child and their child create lots of problems, maybe they can realize that what's wrong in that system.
Then it's too late.
Yes,
Oh.
too late.
for one, I can see one of two teacher in local, in teaching in the school. They also want to follow with the most teacher in the school from other place. They need nice house. At the same time, they have a debt. Also, they need one car, two car. That is not so different. But now we have thinking and try to make new our school, because we sometimes we too tired to fight within school in the system, always changing. I mean, in this school, this teacher almost understand what we are trying to say, but they have to switch, because that system is working that way, and that's always working that way. This new one coming, we start to.
So if you were, have you thought about making alternatives? Making a new school
Yeah.
system? How would you make it
Like
a
this
different way?
this garden, this area, this family, this my father, he's create his own core service, laziness way. That lazy to follow other, lazy to do such a thing that follow. We have to create our own. We need a time to look inside of inner, and we have to learning study in directly. It's not like going to square room and 4 year, 6 year, 20 year, but we have to go directly. What we want to know, we go there. What we want to see, we go there. And what we want to do, we make. And that is a laziness way. I think now, this is my maybe 2 generation to follow laziness way.
Laziness way?
It came from maybe 30 years ago, when the idea of monocrops began. All the people cut off their garden, cut off the trees, so they open the land and plant avocado, zucchini,
Corn.
strawberry, corn. But my dad didn't do that. So his wife called him lazy. My husband too lazy. I don't like him. So lazy. But then after 30 years passed by, his wife realized that, oh, she can get bamboo shoot, she can get firewood, she can get grass for the animals. So she proud of the lazy man, and so he proud of, oh, what lazy can fulfill our family. So it has become a little well known in the society, the way of, maybe we can call lazy school later on.
Lazy school.
Oh.
But
So
well, lazy is not from the just 30 years ago, because of our in current story, we have many story talk about lazy.
Lazy man.
Lazy, that is one of the hero among the current.
Oh, okay.
Lazy always he didn't do like other people. He did always doing, changing, and nobody can guess what he doing.
And he could fight against the rich people in the story. So maybe we could have a power for yeah. So now we got one student already. He will be the first master. But we don't give him certificate like paper. We give him maybe seed or meals or whatever. So you got certificate every day.
And many times I am sharing this idea.
Yes, with your
Also, I have many people also thinking like me, wider than this village. There's many villages together, and we call this lazy. It's not so called exactly lazy group, but we have a friend network wider than this village.
Yes.
Many village, and we have some people thinking like this way. They also try to do change and making their own school, and at least this village. So we have, it's not so many, but maybe 4 or 5. They thinking, they try to not cutting the yes with the children.
So
Also, I hope that my children also follow me and doing the same.
So what are the age of the people in the school? Is it learning for children or learning for adults as well? Who will learn in the lazy school? Everybody? Or?
I think everybody, every age, because it doesn't come like one level step. You can go here and maybe something missing, you can come back. Maybe very different from the school.
So imagine the lazy school is there, and I am coming, or somebody from America or from another continent comes, what can this person learn?
Maybe you can learn how to sleep properly. No. Yes, you can do meditation. Meditation.
Okay.
Because we have to allow ourselves live with the different season. Like this time is very joyful for us, but maybe the month of May has come, then we have to start to use our muscle. Every day we have to work. It's not lazy at all, but it is our way of living. So we have to follow the nature that it decides for us. Each season, what we have to do, what we have to learn.
So each season is different things to learn.
Yes, each is a different thing to learn, and I think it's important thing nowadays. How can be stop for a while to looking inside. That is important, and looking inside, and then you can see outside properly.
So
That
we should.
I think is that also you create your food security, your own food, your own living style, your basic skill of living. Then you can come and learn together. For me, I'm farming, I'm building house, I'm building that growing something that you can eat. This is also rice waiting for everyone. Already finished. You can have it. And of course, I'm not can do it alone. My wife also important person. My mother, my family, and my friend also can support this idea and to do together. Also, this season is always changing. Dry season, raining season, winter. You can see how nature is different between the season. I can say that this schedule, this day, today you can do this, and property schedule you have to follow, but you have to follow the nature, the round year and year round. I have a chance to learning with them. Also, some monk also thinking, because monk is very speedy than current to learning about how a business is working, and how there can be a market management and doing with money. Deal with money is the monk is the best and faster than current. Of course, current is the most lazy and the most slowest people to deal with the money. I think I have been in Japan for 9 months. I can saw the society is the most people are the very well of dealing with the money and fast and economic system working. Here the most slowest, I think, with current people. It's so always social gather is the important.
We want to be free.
Are you?
Uh-huh.
You think
So-
are you free to do this? You think?
So
According to the law state, still not free. You have to be at least 12 years. You have to be in the school now.
The official.
Yes, if official school. There's most of the chance to educate children already is gone with the system. But now some law is try to open a little bit. Informal education. Maybe we can deal with that way a little bit. It's more free and more easier to contact, to do some alternatives.
Do you have youth projects at all? To work with young people, say from 15 to 30, something like this? Are there any projects like this in the villages?
Yeah, many times we have support by the some NGOs that they are working on alternative education. So we are part of the network.
Now we try to do. After we have long journey to study with many places and many ideas. Now this is force us to have to create their own idea and to adjust with the elder, with the current culture, with new generation. Now we really have to do, but just start everything. Just start it.
So where have you learned? Where have you studied?
I finished high school, and I didn't have chance to go to university, and also I don't interest to go there. There are lots of traps, I feel. So wherever I go, I try to learn from people. Like I went to India for 10 months, so I learned from people from England, from Europe, from India. So it's very great, the classroom for me.
So you travel and you learn on your travels.
Yes, and also then we full of curiosity. Then we come back to our dad, ask for the reason why it happened like this, it happened like that. Oh, he take very easy because listen to this story. Yeah, there's a lot of the answer there. Nothing new, nothing new.
And me, I have a chance to go to university. I finished master degree, but in master degree in that system working, everything is just paper. How different with when I have a time to travel with my father and marching against the government. I have learned a lot. I have learned many things more than in that system. That's why maybe compare like this or this knowledge idea. This is in the system working. Now I think this is a time to do, but I think this is good a chance to see many people like you always coming and sharing with us, and also some people giving a chance. Oh, go there! If you have a chance, 1 month, 2 months, 3 months to study, this is excited. Maybe it's not me. Maybe some youth, new generation, also need a chance to go to see that.
And all these stories that your father would then say when you come back, are they recorded?
Some of them, but yeah, we was thinking about that. Like my grandma, she's very good folk teller, because she can use the poem, she can sing during telling story, but she's now almost 80 something, so I have to
Document it.
document it.
I'm the one who documented my father. Maybe 1, 2, 3 book like this. I have some already. Because
And video camera?
video? Oh, video is not
Not so much.
not so much. Most of I listen and
Write it down.
writing.
And what do you do when you've documented it? Do you put it anywhere? Do you publish
I
it or?
doing research and I have document in file with some book. I leave it there and make
It's published or?
Some books.
Okay.
some book. It's not yet published. Just book.
Lơ mà khai cho cửa đồ apa lơ macam ni.
I have some story. Yes, story like
Like this.
lazy story. Some publish some in Thai language.
So when you have a story, like there's many stories in that book there, is it the same story again, or is it motifs, like little bits that you put together, like a language, but you take this bit and this bit and this bit? So for example, you have a fat pig and the fat pig's in one story or another story. How is it? Is it like that or?
Each teller has their own way to tell. Sometimes there's some detail missing in this person, so it depends on the writer what he can decide.
But most of the same.
The
You can
main
go to see in Karen in other province,
So there's a
and
canon,
they
really?
can
Okay.
tell this story almost almost the same, but depend on people's style of telling story.
Okay.
And what can we do? You know, if you now we are recording this on video, and I hope that many people will watch this. So one thing would be that you give a message also in your language, and you give it in English and in your language. What you need, what you want the world to do, to work with you. So this is one question I have. What do you want the world to do? Do you want the world to look, to learn from you?
เป็นรูปแบบอย่างแรกเนาะ
I want the world be lazy.
I think create our own society, our network, that everyone can come and see each other, and to have a time and to start learning from each other, and support something each other, that this you need, this I need something. Create our own network to share and support each other for some time. Of course, I think many things is you have, but we don't have. Something that we have.
Oh,
yes.
there might be one thing. There's discriminate like nationalism, religion. But in our story, there are only 4 brothers and sisters. You have heard about that, right? So when you meet someone, don't try to feel that we are really brother and sister. But it's hard, yes, because in Bangkok, the story is tell that we have only 4 brothers and sisters. One is black skin, 2 is white, the 3rd is yellow, the 4th is a little bit red. So everyone is brother and sister in the perspective of Bangkok people. So then it's very easy to host you and to let you lay down like that.
And what do you think for the forest and the nature and the wildlife? How should we treat the plants and the forest? How should we look at them?
About forest, I think the forest also need a time. The forest itself need a time to have our own time. Don't be disturbed so much. Our human being always looking for to manage, always looking the way to manage this. Sometimes we have to let their own manage. I think the forest also need a time to do manage by themselves. I think don't disrupt too much. But something, don't forget to looking for the knowledge, the local wisdom about fire. I mentioned the fire. Don't see the fire as dangerous or enemy of the forest system. Don't see the local people as the enemy of the forest system. I think use the way of local wisdom is important. I think the world have to more understand about that, because otherwise we always lost the way. It go in it's not direct to treat the problem, but always you have to lost to somewhere.
And for me, so please let the tree grow in the city, because we had